So, we're going to work with our breath a little bit today. When we become anxious, we know that our breathing moves up into our chest. So the first thing we're going to do is bring the breath down into our abdomen, into our tummy. And we know, science tells us, that our exhale is much more soothing than our inhale. In fact, what happens if we hold our breath in, our blood pressure rises. That whole inhale makes our blood pressure rise, and on our exhale, our blood pressure lowers. So science tells us that if we extend our breath out in times of high anxiety, then it has a downgrading effect on our nervous system. It instantly settles us. And it's a tool that you've got with you wherever you are, whatever situation you find yourself. Your breath's your best friend. So we can use our breath to help us out. So to practice this, it's important that we practice when we are not heightened, so that, it just kicks in when we are. Make sure you're comfy. We want a seat, perhaps, that we can sit up well in. We don't want to be relying on the chair to support us. We want to support ourselves here. So possibly coming towards the front of the chair, depending on what your chair's like today. I've got a couple of yoga blocks under my feet. Now, it doesn't have to be yoga blocks. Sturdy books would be absolutely excellent here, but so that you can make contact with both feet on the floor again. And if it felt okay to take socks and shoes off as well, so you've got that really nice sensation from whatever's underneath you, then that would be super useful too. So it's really simple. We're going to sit up as well as we can. We know the better our posture, the more efficient our breath is. Hands possibly in your lap or on the thigh. You could have a little cushion in the small of your back to support if that was useful. And we're simply going to notice how we are today. You might gently close your eyes, a little drop of the chin, and draw that in to lengthen through the back of the neck, and allow the body to soften as much as you can around the spine. So let's begin to notice our physical body first. So we've mentioned feet on the floor. What temperature are the soles of the feet, or whatever you're standing on? Toes spreading. Knees more or less over the ankles, and being aware of where your sitting bones are in the chair. Aware of the spine lengthening. Chin, just one more time drawing in, shoulders softening. And then being aware of your breath. So where do you feel the breath the most in your body? Is it high up in the chest? Is it lower down in the abdomen? Is it a tickle at the end of your nose? What are you feeling? Where do you feel the breath? We're not so interested in the mechanics of the breath, just any sensation that we have in our body. Being aware of the breath perhaps in two nostrils, both nostrils. Is it possible to be aware of the temperature of the breath as you breathe in? And the temperature of the breath as you breathe out. Perhaps you notice that the breath is somewhat cooler on the inhale and a little bit warmer once it's exchanged with the lungs, with the body, with our system, a little bit warmer on the breath out. Now, perhaps do we notice that the breath was quite high up in the chest? We want to breathe from our diaphragm, so either using hands or hands on your tummy, or no hands at all, and just letting tummy move forward into space as we breathe in through the nose, mouth closed if that's possible today. Allowing tummy to move forward. And as we breathe out, tummy moves back and up under the rib cage. So it's more an upward movement rather than a backward movement. We want to keep that natural curve in the lumbar spine and the lower back. So breathing in through 2 nostrils, tummy softens forward. And breathing out, just a tiny switch on behind the tummy button. Breathing out and lifting the tummy up. So we've already mentioned that to downregulate our nervous system, our breath out can be very, very useful. So I'd like you, if it's possible, to breathe in and out through the nose, counting how long it takes to breathe in. And then is it possible to take one more count as you breathe out? So emphasizing, if you like, the exhale, the breath out. Now the breath in only comes in because we've softened our tummy. That's enough to draw the breath back into the body. And then long, slow breath out. Now that breath out can be through our nose or a very gentle through our mouth. Or you might even find it comfortable to use what I would describe as straw breath, and a very gentle little pursed lip, breathing out through a straw. So breathing in through 2 nostrils. And breathing out 1 count longer. Than your inhale. And when and if that begins to happen comfortably, is it possible to breathe out for 2 counts longer? So this can be done in your chair, lying down, at the bus stop, in bed if you have trouble drifting off. Really simple technique, using our exhale to soothe ourselves. And continuing for as long as it felt comfortable. Thank you for practicing with me.